Every journey into Kaziranga National Park begins long before the safari gate comes into view. Setting out from the peaceful surroundings of Debora Homestay, the morning air is cool and filled with anticipation. As the road winds through the villages and countryside of Assam, the landscape slowly awakens, offering a glimpse into the rich natural heritage that surrounds the park. One of the first wildlife spectacles appears high above the roadside trees where a colony of Indian flying foxes hangs quietly from the branches. Their large silhouettes sway gently in the morning breeze, wrapped in their leathery wings after a night spent foraging across the countryside. While occasionally one stirs, stretching its impressive wings before settling back among the colony, while others glide silently overhead, returning from their nocturnal journeys. These magnificent fruit bats, the largest in India, play a vital role in the forest ecosystem by dispersing seeds and pollinating flowering trees, helping to sustain the very landscapes that support Kaziranga's remarkable wildlife. As the drive continues towards the entrance of Kaziranga National Park, excitement builds with every passing kilometer. The sight of the flying foxes is a gentle reminder that the adventure has already begun. Here, every road, every tree, and every unexpected encounter becomes part of the story, proving that in Assam, the journey to the wild is every bit as memorable as the destination itself.
Ode to the Imperial Pigeon. There once was an imperial pigeon so grand, perched high in a tree looking over the land. After flying foxes took flight, in the fading daylight it rested serene on a branch so well planned. Its soft grey feathers caught the evening glow, while below us the road continued to flow. From the forest we gazed, calm and seemingly amazed, as we journeyed to Kaziranga below. A fleeting encounter, yet precious and rare, a regal silhouette in the Assam air. After foxes had flown, this pigeon alone was a final delight waiting there.
Western Hoolock Gibbons are among the most captivating primates of northeast India, and seeing them just a few meters from the entrance to Kaziranga National Park was an unforgettable encounter. High above the road, the gibbons move effortlessly through the treetops, seemingly oblivious to the traffic passing below. Their long arms carry them from branch to branch in spectacular swings, their bodies flowing through the canopy with an ease that seemed almost impressive. Every movement was graceful, powerful, and completely at home in the forest. Then came their calls, loud, haunting, and remarkably far-reaching. The voices of the gibbons echoed across the trees and rose above the sounds of vehicles below. For a few moments, the road seemed to disappear and the forest belonged entirely to them. Their calls were not simply sounds of the jungle, they felt like a declaration of presence from deep within the canopy. As we watched the gibbons pause to feed among the treetops, they moved from branch to branch, reaching for leaves and fruits, occasionally stopping to look across the forest. Below them, cars and jeeps continued along the road, a striking contrast between the hurried world of humans and the timeless rhythm of the forest. What made this sighting particularly extraordinary was its proximity to the park entrance. Only a few meters away from the gateway to Kaziranga, an entire world was unfolding overhead, wild, vibrant, and completely unconcerned with the activity beneath it. Watching these gibbons swing, call, and feed in the treetops was more than just another wildlife sighting. It was a reminder that remarkable wilderness can sometimes reveal itself in the most unexpected places. For a birder and wildlife enthusiast, standing beneath those ancient trees while Hoolock Gibbons' move above was an awe-inspiring moment, one that will remain etched in memory long after the vehicles are driven away.
Just after watching the hula gibbons swinging from branch to branch, feeding among the treetops, our attention was drawn once again to the canopy. And there, almost as if the forest had planned another surprise for us, we spotted a pair of scarlet minivets perched among the foliage. The male was impossible to miss. His brilliant scarlet red plumage seemed to glow against the deep green of the forest, with contrasting black wings and tail giving him an almost flame like appearance. He moved quickly from branch to branch, pausing long enough for us to appreciate his spectacular colors. Beside him was a female, very different but equally beautiful. Instead of the male's vivid red, she wore a rich yellow to orange yellow plumage, with darker wings and tail. The striking difference between the sexes, known as sexual dimorphism, made the Scarlet Minivet particularly easy to identify when a pair is together. Watching them immediately after the gibbons was a wonderful reminder of how much life can unfold in a single patch of forest. Only moments earlier, our eyes had been following the acrobatic movements of the Hoolock Gibbons. Now they were tracking the two tiny flashes of color moving through the canopy. The Scarlet Minivets did not stay still for long. They hopped, flitted, and disappeared among the leaves, leaving us with fleeting but unforgettable glimpses of crimson and gold.
Among the trees of Kaziranga, we came across a beautiful and intimate moment in the life of a family of capped langurs. Perched quietly in the canopy, a mother was devotedly caring for her tiny infant. The mother gently groomed the little one, carefully cleaning its fur and picking through its coat with the tenderness and patience that only a mother can show. The infant clung closely to her, completely dependent on her warmth, protection, and care. Every now and then, the mother would pause her grooming to feed the youngster, making sure that her little one was well nourished. Her constant attention was captivating. She seemed completely focused on the infant, rarely taking her eyes away for long. Meanwhile, the father appeared to have a much simpler agenda. Sitting a short distance away, he busily fed on the leaves and vegetation around him, seemingly content to enjoy his meal while the mother handled the more demanding duties of childcare. It was a charming contrast, the father feeding himself while the mother was feeding and caring for their precious offspring. Watching this little family in the wild was a reminder that beneath the differences between species, there are moments of tenderness that feel wonderfully familiar. The mother's gentle grooming, the infant's dependence, and the father peacefully feeding nearby created a beautiful glimpse into the everyday family life of the capped langur.
Along the shimmering wetlands and braided rivers of Kaziranga National Park, where water, grasslands, and forests meet in a timeless dance, we came upon a beautiful and rather elusive Veda, the River Lapwing. Standing quietly on a gravelly riverbank, it seemed perfectly at home in this wild landscape. Its elegant black and white plumage caught the morning light, while its striking black head and breast gave it an almost regal appearance. The bright grey bill and legs added vivid splashes of color, making this handsome bird impossible to overlook. The river lapwing is a bird of flowing waters, favoring shingle banks, sandbars, and river edges where the currents constantly reshape the landscape. Here in Kaziranga, the great Brahmaputra and its many channels create precisely such a world of shifting sand, shallow water, and open riverbanks. As we watched the lapwing move with measured steps across the stones, pausing every now and then to scan the shallows, there was something wonderfully composed about it. Around us, Kaziranga was alive with its usual symphony, the rustle of tall elephant grass, the distant call of birds, and the murmuring waters of the river. Yet the little sentinel seemed completely absorbed in its own quiet search for food. For a moment, the river Lapwing appeared almost painted into the landscape, black and white against the silver water, with the green wilderness of Kaziranga rising behind it. Watching such a bird in its natural habitat is a reminder that Kaziranga's magic lies not only in its famous rhinos, elephants, and wild buffaloes, but also in these smaller treasures that inhabit its riverbanks. The river Lapwing may not command the attention of the giants of Kaziranga, but standing there beside the river, graceful and watchful, it told its own story, a story of water, wilderness, and survival.
Adios, my birding friends. See you all next in episode 6 Kaziranga.